Roll Tide, everybody. Bama LSU week has started, and we got a lot to talk about. The Tide versus the Tigers. A lot of Tigers these days without head coaches, which is also a topic of conversation. Show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort over there in Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Azaleas, the Oaks, two amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit, and also the Timeout Sports Lounge, which is a Vegas-style sports book that you don't have to go all the way out to Vegas to check out. All right, let's go. All right, what do you say, everybody? There he is, Shank and Mick, coming at you here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Good to see you, Shank. Big weekend of college football. No Absolutely. Bama, we were off, but Auburn, they didn't score a touchdown, and they punted on their head coach, Hugh Freeze.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weekend, Mick. Oh, my God. I don't have to worry about Bama giving me a mini heart attack, and Auburn loses. And then they punt yet another coach. It's a beautiful day to be a Bama fan, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I mean, he deserved it. He absolutely deserved it because honestly speaking, I thought Hugh Freeze coming in and such high caliber as a coach as he was, man. I thought he was going to bring new life to Auburn and make it a problem for us. But now I wish they would have kept him a few more years, man. But couldn't get it done. What's new in the plains? But God, it feels good to be back, though, man. It feels good to be on another episode, man.
You're ready to talk some football. Well, you got Bama and LSU. So Brian Kelly is out, and so there's 16 teams in the SEC. 4 of them are without coaches. Bama's got 2 of those on their schedule remaining. Sometimes it's tough knowing what they're going to bring to the table when they do get rid of their coach, right? Because you don't know. Look, you're the interim coach. You roll the dice. You don't want to get blown out, but maybe it makes them a little more dangerous.
Yeah, I think it definitely makes them more dangerous, man. It creates another trap game in my mind, Mick, simply because I feel like those guys were ready for Brian Kelly to be out of there, and they're going to play inspired under the new interim coach, man, and they're going they're going to play with a rejuvenated passion for the game, right? And so you definitely can't count those guys out because, uh, like I said before, man, one of the scariest things is a wounded animal, man. And I feel like LSU is wounded right now. Their pride is hurt. They had big expectations coming into the season, and they haven't performed up to those expectations right now. They were saying Nussmeier for Heisman before the season started. LSU was going to be one of the better teams in the country. And we just haven't seen that so far, Mick. I mean, we've absolutely seen glimpses of it. And so this isn't a team that we should count out by no means necessary. It's going to be a tough game, and I absolutely hope that we're prepared and ready for it, especially coming off a game like South Carolina where we were in an absolute dogfight. And so LSU is feeling a little more inspired than they probably were before that South Carolina game and before Brian Kelly being fired because they feel like they're coming in here and they have a chance to come out with a big one, Mick.
Yeah, Frank Wilson is the interim head coach of the Tigers. I'm not too familiar with him, but he was the head coach at University of Texas at San Antonio from 2016 to 2019, McNeese State University from 20 to 21. And, he's the guy right now as LSU does the search for a head coach. Bama needs this one. You look at the SEC standings, and Alabama is tied for first in the conference with Texas A&M. But there's a bunch of other teams that are right there. Georgia with 1 loss, Ole Miss with 1 loss. So if Bama stumbles, then they could easily fall out of the championship game picture. And I know that's been one of their goals is to get back there and win it.
No, absolutely. And I think for our playoff chances at this point, we got to get it done, Mick.
Yeah.
We can't be one of those teams that comes across their second loss right before the playoff starts because that'll hurt us big time, man. And so just from the standards standpoint, we got to get this SEC championship won because I still believe we can be the standard as a team in the SEC, man. We're still one of those top tier teams to be feared. And this will be big time for Deboer and his staff to get an SEC championship win, especially with the slow start to the season. And so if we can get that, I'll be well on my way to predicting a national championship this year, Mick, which I did before the season started. Let's not forget that.
Yep.
Mick, I've been kind of spot on my predictions, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of scary. I told y'all Nussmeier wasn't gonna be a Heisman quarterback. I told y'all Ty Simpson was going to be really damn good.
Hmm.
Let's see what else we thought about. So if I can get this national championship one down, Mick, I'm going to the casino like soon as the game's over. Like
River, right up the road.
that's right.
I mean, we thought that Ryan Williams would be in the Heisman talks, but it's actually Ty Simpson that's been there. And we'll check that when we hit Kalshi before we get off.
That'll be a good one to check.
Yeah, see what the market's telling us right now. But hey, guys, got my Tailgate Show hat on. Still has the sticker on it. You can get yours as well by winning at Mick Nation, AveD. Hit that QR code. We do college football. Obviously, the Bama game's coming up. NFL. Maybe some of you guys were there. We did the World Series. Dodgers won that in a thriller. But we do all that stuff, plus weekly cash prizes, and it's all free. Mick Nation, AveD, and hit that QR code to get there. When you look at this matchup with LSU and Alabama, it's a night game in Tuscaloosa. What do you think Alabama's biggest advantage will be coming up on Saturday?
Oh man, I think home field advantage, man.
Yeah.
Just being at home, being in Tuscaloosa. Anybody that was at that Tennessee game can tell you it was just absolutely electric, man. I was there. That was probably one of the funnest games I've been a part of, since being strictly a fan and not a player anymore, man. And it was just absolutely electric. The atmosphere was crazy, man. The stadium was rocking. And so kind of LSU getting their own medicine coming into Tuscaloosa. Everybody talks about Death Valley, but I think T-Town is getting back to our former glory, being one of the tougher places to play, man. Um, and so I just definitely think that. Man, I think our biggest advantage, man, is just we still have a lot to prove. We still haven't won anything. Some people may be getting complacent because we've won a few tough games in a row and we spurted by last week, but I don't think we're in a place to be complacent. We're not in a position to relax, man. And I think that's going to work to our advantage because we understand we're still going to get everyone's best shot. And like I said before, this LSU team is coming in hungry. They're hurt. Their pride is hurt. They're looking to redeem themselves right now. But so are we, Mick. We're looking to put a season together that's worth being talked about when it comes to Alabama football. And I think we still have that to our advantage. And just the offense still has a lot to prove, man. We still have some consistency issues, especially in the run game. And after a performance like we had against South Carolina, I'd expect us to want to come out and have a point to prove up front, especially along the O line, man. And so just the fact that we're still building, still have some things to prove to the fans, to ourselves as a team, I
Mhm.
think that's going to work in our favor because I still think we have that hunger and we're nowhere in a position where we can be complacent and relax.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm thinking the same thing. And this is another opportunity for Deboer to kind of fix the problems that the team had last year. Last year we're in the same spot, right? Going 4 games to go, and clearly in the mix to make the college football playoff. Took care of
Right.
LSU down there, which Jalen Milroe owned these guys. I mean, he absolutely destroyed LSU single-handedly back-to-back years. 2 of his best games were against
Yep.
LSU. This is going to be a different Bama with, obviously a quarterback that throws the ball. It's not like LSU's a bad team. I'll say the same thing I said about Hugh Freeze. If I'm the Tigers, I would not have fired him. I mean, he had too much money left on his contract. I would have given him another year, but I'm not a Tiger fan, But now you got to pay this guy $54 million. You got a coach nobody's ever heard of before. Who's paying for all this? Where's this money coming from? And there's now you're taking a big risk. When you fire these coaches, you take a big risk. Alabama have gone through this when they got rid of Gene Stallings. It took years to find Nick Saban and kind of level things back out again. But it sucks. I mean, look, we lost the first week, played soft. Everybody was like, hey, if this doesn't get better, we might have been in the same spot. But I got to give Kalen Deboer and his coaching staff a ton of credit, Shank, because they've put themselves back in this position again to get to the college football playoff and to win a championship.
Yeah, they absolutely have. But I mean, that's Deboer's resume, man. He's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere he's been a winner. And when we brought him in, we knew that. And that kind of had a lot to do with the amount of pressure that he's being put under because we want to win right now, man. We don't want to have those down years after a guy like Saban has left the office, right? We want to get back to glory right now. We don't have time to rebuild, man. And just because in this era, NIL, man, you can put together national championship teams overnight now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to build 2, 3 years in advance anymore. And I think we have a team good enough to make that run and make that push for the national championship, man. And I think our fans understand that as well. And so it's just not wanting to go through those dog years anymore, man. Anybody that's watched a lot of Bama football before Nick Saban, it was up and down, right?
Yeah.
And then once you got Nick, we got a steady, consistent winning program, and so nobody wants to go back to what we used to be. And it scares us because we really don't know what the board's going to give us yet. Um, this is the second year, and we have a chance to make a deep playoff push here, and we got to have it. Like we have to see this side of him, man, because what we seen him do with that Washington team, um, we absolutely expect he'll be able to do it with a team at Bama. The same type of talent, if not better. I think I like Ty Simpson over Penix, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to what we'll do, man. But we got to start here with LSU. We can't have a game like we had last week or a week before last against South Carolina, right? We can't go in just looking out of sorts. We got to go in dialed in, locked in right away, because I don't think LSU is the type of team that you can get down on and expect to get it all back quick. Because they're still a good defensive team, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and so. Man, I just want to see us get this one done this weekend, Mick. I'll be in attendance for it, so I'm excited about it, man.
Oh, yeah. You coming to the show on Friday?
Man, I'm trying, Mick. I gotta get the kids out of school, gotta get my
Yeah, I got
wife.
you.
You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
pack
a
up the
lot.
whole crew. It is. If it was just me myself, I'd be there, no questions asked.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, I want to tell you this week only. There it is, Heisman Heights, newlifeart.com, 30% off. Anything Heisman Heights. That's Deontay. That's Devontae Smith making that incredible catch, the high point catch against LSU en route to Heisman Trophy. He's still doing it in the NFL. So you guys, promo codes Bama Tailgate, 30% off, big, small, doesn't matter. It's on a mug. Anything that prints on, you get 30% off. Heisman Heights just for this week, 30% off. So check that out. I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Auburn fired their coach, Hugh Freeze. We talked about that. Brian Kelly out. You got Sam Pittman out at Arkansas. Billy Napier out at Florida. So you got 4 high-profile jobs that are available. Bama has 2 of those teams on their schedule. And the good thing for the Tide is after that grueling stretch. Oh, by the way, Mike Shula, former Bama coach, fired as offensive coordinator at South Carolina. All of those coaches are gone, and I think this is a great time to have some home games for Alabama, right? LSU, that Oklahoma's going to be tough. Then what is it, Eastern Illinois or something, and then Auburn,
Yeah.
right? So you got 4 very tough games. Got to take them week by week. But I just feel like you said, that's our biggest asset right now as we kind of move forward. Is exactly that. Is that we're actually at home. Let me pull up the Kalshi market right now, because I want to get your
Okay.
opinion on this. You
What you
love
got
this. I
for
love
me?
this. All
I
right, let me tell
enjoy
you guys.
Kelsey, man.
I know. Yeah, you're great at it. What you guys don't know about Kalshi.com, it's basically an exchange market, and it's legal in all 50 states. You get better odds, no house fig, prices set by supply and demand, no limits. Winners don't get cut off, right? Live trading. You don't get blocked mid-game. There's flexibility, cash out anytime, transparent pricing, and it's beyond college football, right? So basically, it's wagering on live markets, and Kalshi will give you $10 free when you sign up using Bama Tailgate. That is our code, and trade $100. All right. So it's not just sports, and we're going to get into that, but I want to start with sports. See what old Kalshi thinks about the Bama LSU game. LSU's climbing right now. Bama was 80-some%. Now all of a sudden LSU at 21%. Maybe everybody's kind of sitting around talking right now. Yeah, what do you feel about this one?
Oh man, I think it's right where it's supposed to be. Kelsey knows ball. Bama for the win for sure. And I mean, LSU's gonna come and give us a game. I don't think they're just gonna come lay down, and so those odds look about right to me. And you know how the games go in the SEC, man. It's like any given Sunday. Who knows what'll happen? So you just gotta you gotta pray, man. We gotta pray our way through it sometimes.
So, all right, I'm with you on that. It's right around what the ESPN tracker would be, right? Now let's talk Heisman. Last time we looked, Ty Simpson was the Kalshi favorite. Fernando Mendoza was second, and then those two guys were way up there. Now things have changed. Who do you think is the odds-on favorite on Kalshi? Where's the money going right now on the next Heisman?
Oh man,
I gave you a hint.
I think Doza. I think our boy Mendoza is up there first right now. I think he has it solidified. I think Ty probably dropped to number 3 at this point, after that South Carolina performance, if I'd have to say. And so show me what we got. I think that's where we're at.
All right. Former Alabama quarterback Julian Sayin is now where 37% of the money is being put. And then Mendoza is 23%, ties all the way down to 13%.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a bad spot, though. I mean, if you're Ty Simpson, you have you actually have a lot of opportunities to do something about this. You got 3 really big games coming up. Winnable games, big games. Oklahoma's defense is going to pose a huge challenge for Alabama. At Auburn, huge challenge. And LSU's had a track record of success in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, they have, man. They have. But at the end of the day, I think Ty be just fine, man. I don't see us. I feel like those won't be the defenses that'll make us crumble. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we faced some tough challenges already up to this point in the season, and we've seen really good defenses. And so I just don't think those will be the teams that'll make us crumble. If anything, I think Ty has his Heisman performance coming in this LSU game, man, because like I said, he didn't play his best at South Carolina game. And so what's the best way to improve your play? Coming back home, against a good defense, somebody you got to get ready and prepare for. A good week of practice is going to be required. And I think he's going to come out and perform the way that we expect him to, man. And so I'm still sticking with Todd. I think the Tide to get it done against all these games. Just because LSU, they're a good team, but we're a much better team, and Oklahoma, we know how Oklahoma are. They're some front runners. We'll get out on them quick. Hey, they like to talk big. Yeah, they like to talk big when they're up, and then when things don't go their way, they look like Boomer Sooner again. So we don't really worry about them. And honestly, dog, the game I'm most worried about, and we'll get into at some point, is the Iron Bowl, just because this is the type of thing Auburn does right before we play them, and they come out and look like one of the best damn teams in the SEC all of a sudden after being shit all year. And so I'm absolutely concerned about that one, just because that's the type of mix-up they need to get it going, man. But at the end of the day, I'm still Bama all the way. The Tide is going to bring it home. We're going to take care of business at home this weekend against LSU, man. You got to know.
I like that. All right, the last thing that I'm going to ask you, on Kalshi right now, And there's been over $1 million placed on this top artist on Spotify this year. Top artist
Mm,
on Spotify. You can tell me who you would pick, and then you can tell me who
mm,
you think this is. And there's one artist that's running away with this thing, which is crazy.
mm. Man, so I'm gonna go Taylor Swift right now just because I seen her and Travis Kelce X had a little beef going on, and so that type of that type of thing drives up album sales and streams, man. So I'm a bet on the Swifty right now. What we got here though? What we got?
Okay. All right. You're close. You're close, but you're not there. The actual guy is
Bad
running
Bunny.
away with this. It's Bad Bunny.
That's
And
Bad
it's
Bunny.
everybody not happy about. Well, there's been very mixed reviews about him doing the Super Bowl halftime show, and then Taylor Swift is the only one that's scoring anything on there. The Weeknd. I love that Kendrick Lamar and Drake are together again. Bruno Mars on there. Morgan Wallen, the guy that has announced that he's going to do a concert at Bryant-Denny Stadium, and it's like be like the first concert in 30 years. So all
Damn,
those.
that's what we gonna do a concert at Bryant-Denny and Morgan Wallen is who we this occasion.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah. I don't know what happened
yeah.
to us. There we are. Yeah, yeah. Can you believe that? That's who it is. Morgan
Mm,
Wallen. He sold out Neyland Stadium twice. He's also doing the Ravens because I got both of those feeds. I get so like, oh, he's going there too in Baltimore. So yeah, so that we'll see what happens. But they've got all kind of stuff. Obviously, the election's going on. Kelshi's the place that you can pick when the government shutdown's going to end, who's going to win the New York mayoral election, which has been highly talked about. Just different stuff. It's fun, man. I think a lot of you guys have come up to me and said, hey, man, this is one of those things like I saw it on the news, but I never did it. It's actually pretty fun. So check it out. I want to tell you guys about Bod Coach. I don't mention them enough, but fantastic. I actually was in the studio working all weekend. I didn't work out. And my bod coach has been pinging me like, hey, man, when are we going to do a workout? When are we going to do a workout? So I appreciate it. You can use bod coach to help you put workouts together that are specifically geared to the spot that you're in, what muscle group you want to work, and what equipment you have. And, you pay one price and you have it for the entire year. So it's like a personal trainer in your back pocket. You guys can check it out at bod.coach. And then our promo is bama.com/Bama. So check that out. And I'll talk more about that at the end of the show. Shank, always great hanging out with you. Final
always.
thoughts as we'll talk more Bama LSU later on this week, but just the climate. I guess I just want to know your opinion on the climate of college football, where these coaches just keep getting hammered all over the place.
I mean, you had to know it was coming, man, because with as much money that's being made and moved in college football right now, nobody's sitting around and waiting for you to build programs, okay? They want it right now. With the money comes right now expectations, all right? And they're not afraid to lose money, trying to shoot for the moon. And that's just where we are right now. Um, it's gonna continue to happen, man. But my thing is, with all these vacancies, somebody's gonna come out on the losing end here, man. Somebody's gonna get the short end of the stick because everybody can't have a Deboer. Everybody can't have a Nick Saban. Somebody's gonna come out on the losing end, man. And but that's just the game at the end of the day. As long as Bama keeps doing what they're doing, that's all I'm worried about. Hey, I hope everybody fires their coach and we come out on top we come out on the winning end betting on our guy. Um, but at the end of the day, man, we got a tough matchup this weekend against LSU. We got to come in with our minds right, ready for a physical game. Much like South Carolina was, man. That's the SEC in a nutshell. Teams are gonna come ready to play. It's gonna be physical. You got to answer the bell, or it's gonna look bad for us. But I think our Heisman, Ty Simpson, is gonna make it happen, man. I think the surrounding cast is gonna show up. We had a good break this week with the bye week. We get some of our injured guys back, get some of our guys that are banged up back in action, man. And I think we're gonna be just fine, Mick.
I
That's
love to
all I
hear it.
got.
Going to be fun. Shank will be at the game on Saturday. I know a lot of you guys will as well. We'll be previewing it right here. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you for hanging out with us. Brought to you by Golden Moon Casino, Pearl River Resort. And I'm going to play the spokesman for that fine establishment. Hey, talk to you later this week, Shank. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll!
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
Let's roll!
We're presented by Bod Coach, and you can tell I'm slimming up over here, and it's because of Bod Coach. This is absolutely amazing. It's your personal trainer that is with you 24/7. So when I go to hotels or when I'm on the road, I type in, "Hey, look, I got equipment. This is what I have," and it'll make a workout specifically for me, what I want, what exercises I want. When I'm at home or I'm in a hotel and there's no way I can get to the gym, it'll say, "Hey, this is what I want to work on today," and it sends you personalized workout plans. It's really awesome. And they contacted me a few weeks ago to be a spokesman. I said, "Well, I want to try this." Bod Coach is fantastic. Like, I use it all the time. I mean, and if I'm telling you, man, like, it makes working out when you are on the go like me so much better. Just because I don't always know I didn't play football at Alabama. I didn't have Scott Cochran yelling, yeah, and telling me what workouts to do. So anyway, I'm going to put in the body of on the YouTube all about Bod Coach. Get you guys signed up there, but tell them you heard it on Bama Tailgate.